have the power.
Hey Hero fans, this is Todd, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite apps, and that is Nauk Nauk. As you guys know, I love action figures, and I love stop motion. For the time I was a little kid, I used to imagine what it was like doing stop motion, and I'd take my Micronauts or whatever figures I had, and I'd walk them all over the Mego City. I remember taking little plastic pegs and putting it in the bottom of their feet so they could stick different holes, and I'd imagine what a walk sequence would look like. And I'd imagine just moving the leg a little bit, you know, having this arm back, this one forward. And because of all the cool articulation in these figures, I could just imagine each little click, 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 and how it would look. Now, I didn't have a camera when I was a kid, so I'd always imagined someday I would get some sort of camera and take all these skills I've been practicing of stop motion and actually apply them. Now, fast forward a little bit later, and I got into He-Man. And of course, my love for stop motion did not go away, and I would take little pins and I'd shove them in the back right here. Like I would use like paper clips that were bent just right, so I could move his legs, and the paper clip would hold his leg in the right position so he could move and kick and do other things. All right, let me show you this little clip right here.
He-Man is needed. Quickly.
And you can see in that animation, it was all just strictly stop motion with some cool little effects and stuff, and even Zodak pulling his gun out and blasting those guys. Now, it's very low quality because at the time I had just a little Sony disc camera that used floppy disks. Even though it would take a really long time to do each stop motion with this, and it was fun too because I was getting my kids into it. And my kids and I would do stop motions together. We'd do a frame, we'd keep track. When the thing hit, we'd have all the figures slide away and fly like they had a blast zone there, and it was kind of fun. Here, watch this clip. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Get ready, ready. You must get to the castle right away. It's under attack. Okay, I'm going.
Now, again, it's very low quality because at the time we just had the little cheap Sony camera again. I think I might have been using the video camera at this time and a bell. I know we used to have a bell, and the kids would ring the bell, ding, ding. And every time they dinged it, it meant that's where they wanted the frame taken. And we would take the video and we would find where the spikes of the audio were, and we knew that is where the frame we would take it. But we had a whole lot of fun doing that. Now, as you guys know, I am a huge Nauk Nauk fan, and one of the reasons is because it takes this process and makes it a whole lot faster. Like I could take a picture of this He-Man figure just the way he is. Let's go ahead and do that now. Let's do this thing. Let me get my iPad out. And I have Nauk Nauk up right now. And let's just hit plus. It's the one that I want. Template gallery. There we go. And you can choose all kinds of stuff. And we'll just upload our image. Take a photo. And we'll just line He-Man up right here. And let's shoot the photo. There we go. And there it is. And now I can use photo. Use it. And now we'll analyze it. And I can find some pre-made crazy thing. Sure, why not? So we'll use this one here. And we'll just hit animate it. Animate it. And we'll come back later and we'll see what this little clip looks like, why it animates. All right, so that's one reason to use it. Another reason is if you have static figures like this right here, this dragon. This dragon is awesome, and I love this dragon. It is so cool. I've had a whole video about it, and I'll put the link in the description. Now, I could take and cast this and remake it in clay so I could move it around, or I could take and scan it in 3D and add wireframes in here and redo all the coloring and everything else and 3D animate it. But all that takes a lot of time. But if I was to use like Nauk Nauk, Nauk Nauk will take this static figure that doesn't move at all and make it move. Now, personally, I like the idea, and I haven't done one yet, where I take and use Nauk Nauk to fill in the stop motion I can't do myself. So still do all the regular stop motion, get a higher articulated figure, like an Origins here, to do all the cool movements and everything else. And then using spots where he has to fight the dragon. Now, here's the bad part, is look how small this dragon is next to him. No, it's the wrong size. So I got this little mini He-Man figure. We can take and use this itty-bitty He-Man figure here. And now, of course, we got to make it look the same, because it can't look too weird. So I went and I painted this custom sword that I made silver, and I can now put this silver sword in his hand so it matches the one from the minifigure. And I can use these to have him up close to the camera. All right, if you get the angle just right, it looks like the dragon is some giant dragon in the background. Boom, 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 boom. And then the second frame, have him fighting him as a small little dude. So let's go and try this out and see how it looks. I'll move this all aside. And we'll have He-Man in focus and the dragon itself out of focus. And I'll take a picture with the silver sword in his hand. Now let's get our second picture. Let's get it all set up. There we go. Time to open the Nauk Nauk app. Hey, look at that. Our first video is done. Let's take a look at it and see what it's all about. So that was pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and try to get our project working. Let's go ahead and load our image. Our first image, you always want to make sure you crop it to the original size. And then, of course, let's get our second image on there. Sometimes it can take just a little bit for it to load, but again, remember to crop it to the original size. Otherwise, you will not be happy with the results. Now it's time to add what do you want to happen. So let's see. I have He-Man run over to the dragon and face him and prepare for battle for the dragon. Tilts his head back, roars as a flame shoots from his mouth into the air, and then he stares down at He-Man. Let's see how this works out. Not quite what I was looking for, so let's go ahead and change the text again. And there's a little bit of time in between these two steps, but I'm not going to show you every step. You'll figure it out as you go along. And see if we can get the animation to work a little better, with a little better descriptive words, and defining who's who. Not He-Man and the fire, but dragon and the fire. So let's go ahead and get this animated, and let's see how it looks. Again, really cool, but still not quite what I was looking for. Let's do some more changes, see if we can get it, and let's see how it comes out. I just realized I needed to retake the picture. This time have him facing away from me, so he runs to the dragon, and then the dragon should turn, hopefully shoot fire in the air, and we should have the small He-Man facing off when we're done. So let's try this again. Well, that came out pretty cool. I was pretty happy. I mean, it could have been a little different from when I typed to what I got. It will work. So where I've used this before is I wanted to shoot a video with Wonder Woman, and Godzilla. So I had this little Wonder Woman right here. And by using both of these and using Nauk Nauk, I could actually make it look like she's turning from this large one and running. And then when she goes to attack Godzilla, she's the itty bitty one. But it morphs so perfectly. Let me show you the clip. So how cool was that? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you a bunch of other Nauk Nauk stuff, and it has some music and stuff in it interlaced, and check it out and you can see just how powerful this is. And that's pretty much it. In fact, you know, like I told you before, I just love Nauk Nauk. It is one of my favorite apps. I use it for all kinds of stuff. It's fun and amazing. And it's just so crazy. You can take this static, unmovable, awesome dragon. I love this dragon. He's so cool looking. And make him animate and move without having to, like I said, chop the pieces up or reproduce them in clay or digitize him and add a frame and 3D animate him. But it's cool, cool, cool. Anyway, if you do try Nauk Nauk, use my code. It gives us both extra points, and that'd be cool. And if you do happen to use mine, it tells me that you use mine, and then I'll follow you on Nauk Nauk so I can see the stuff that you make. All right, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys next video. And like they say in the 1987 movie, you know what? I'm gonna use the OG, the original old guy. Good journey, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye now.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it.